How's it going? This is for the homework for preparation 4. Whole bunch of content for this one. Basically just had to look over and give like a sort of general overview of what this is all about. So this whole week's was on the pub/sub plus a data flow. We did the labs in class for this, that kind of covered it. And then we also had a bunch of content here. So I'm kind of just gonna go over sort of just the general stuff when it comes to pub/sub stuff and kind of how it works. So let's get started. Sorry, I have some notes here behind me. I guess I kind of want to start at just general flow and like a data pipeline. So the first step in a data pipeline is to capture all of your data. So basically have like a place where you're going to store it and just acquire your data at first. From there, you're going to capture it inside of Google Cloud services, either in your pub/sub or in a data transfer service, whatever you want to do. From there, you're going to process your data. So this is how you get reliable streaming with a data pipeline, is by actually processing the data. So Cloud Data Flow is one of the services that you can use to sort of stream and batch it. There's like Cloud Data Prep and Cloud Data Proc that are also Google services offered, but basically just like taking your data and processing it. From there, you want to store it. Google offers ways to do this, like the cloud storage and the data lake. That's sort of what we talked about last time, like the massive data lakes. And then finally, actually analyzing it. This is what BigQuery lets you do. We went over BigQuery already, but actually kind of going through your data, creating those reports, and you get those back within like hours or minutes, depending on the size of your actual data set. And then finally, you can actually use it with kind of however you want with your polls or your APIs, so you want to actually use your data once it's all inside Google Cloud services. So that is like kind of the overview of like a data analytics pipeline. Sort of moving into pub/sub stuff. Pub is for publisher, and then sub is for subscriber, so it's called pub/sub. Basically two major groups. So I'll go over the publisher side first. The publisher is the one that actually puts the data into the whole process, essentially. So a publisher is who kind of, they have the data, they're the one that input it. They do this by using the cloud lakes, the massive data storage options that Google offers. And basically, they're the ones that want to get their stuff out to the end users. The subscribers are the ones that are going to use the end product. So they're the ones that are going to actually pull from the Google Cloud services into either their APIs or their apps, or just however. Pub/sub at its base is a messaging service. And so it is naturally designed to be used like a messaging service, but you can also use it for just information dispersal, like grabbing what you need for either a backend API or just for kind of whatever you need for an app. So general overview, a publisher takes some data they have, puts it into Google Cloud Storage, and then sets up a data flow pipeline. From there, there's topics that each one of those goes into, and then from there, it goes into a task. Subscribers then will subscribe to a task, and then they will get the information from that to whatever they need. The whole point of all of this is that you don't want information going directly from a user to the client, and from the client to the user, or sorry, from the server to the client, the client to the server. Essentially, you want to kind of decouple it and sort of break it up a little bit. It's just a couple things. First off, it allows multiple publishers to like push data to the same topic, to the same issue. This is really useful because if you have like 4 or 5 dev teams and each of them wants to contribute to a project, this service would allow you to do that. Otherwise, you're having to like work it out in person, figure out, okay, who wants to put this information here, make sure that information is not getting doubled up on. And so it makes it kind of easier when you start to scale these services out. It makes it easier to actually manage that way. And then furthermore, for a subscriber to this, it'll kind of make it seem coherent. Like you just have to go to one place to get your information. If you're not using a service like this and you have like, let's say 4, 5, 6 dev teams, a person trying to get this information may have to go to literally each team and see like, okay, what do you have, what do you have, what do you have, what do you have? And then from there, they might get 4 different conflicting pieces of information. So the pub/subsystem kind of allows you to get the information that you need in one place and kind of just ready to go. So kind of another thing I want to go over is like how push subscriptions work. So basically, a subscriber will do a push, or will get a push request and then do a push response, and then that's kind of the main avenue that the subscriber and then the publisher kind of talk to each other, is through these push requests and push responses. Couple aspects of, well, I'm already at 5.5 minutes. I won't go into the nitty-gritty details of that. Finally, for the last bit of this video, I just want to talk about the Spotify event delivery. Actually kind of cool to see that Spotify uses these Google services like this. So basically, Spotify is using their like these data lakes and these Google services to track service logs and like file tailors, and then also to actually deliver their music to their end users. And so I think it really just shows that even on like a really large scale, there is like that's what this service is for. And so this is not just for like you have a small business and like 5-6 devs. This could be used at a very large scale for like whole companies and public companies and big teams. And it's just pretty cool to see software working like that. So that's the general overview for Cover 4. So thank you.